After a thrilling final in Saudi Arabia, it's now time to turn our attention to the third ranking event of the season, which is of course the Wuhan Open. Hello guys, welcome to Daddy and the Don Sports. My name's Phil, and in today's video we're going to break down all four quarters of the draw, predict my semi-final lineups and come up with an overall winner. There is £700,000 up for grabs, including £140,000 to the winner. Xiao Guodong is your defending champion. The matches are played over a best of 9 format, all the way up to the semi-final, which is a best of 11. There will be no Ronnie O'Sullivan at this tournament. He has withdrawn after his epic run in Saudi Arabia. You've also got Wu Yi's, Chris Wakelin and Stuart Bingham, all as notable casualties, all failing to progress through qualifying. Shaun Murphy and Ali Carter will be keeping an eye on each other's progress, as they are both very close in the world rankings at the moment. Shaun Murphy currently 16th, but only a couple of thousand clear of Carter. So if Carter progresses further than Murphy, he will replace him in the top 16. If both men make it to the semi-final, then CJ Wee could come under threat as world number 15. He could fall down out of the top 16 if both men were to make it that far. So we'll begin with quarter number 1, which contains defending champion Xiao Guodong. We've also got Elliot Slesser in there, who was obviously a semi-finalist last time out in Saudi Arabia. We've also got Marco Fu versus Jimmy White for a bit of nostalgia. We're also looking at players like Barry Hawkins, Noppon Saenkam and Ding Junhui looking to go far in this portion of the draw. I think the top end of it, I can't really see past Xiao Guodong meeting Matt Selt in the last 16. I think it would take a massive upset for either to go out. Guodong should make it through as the number 1 seed. He's got the easier path, and Matt Selt does have a soft portion of the draw as well. I think it will be Barry Hawkins versus Ding Junhui in the last 16 as well, although Noppon Saenkam could take advantage if anything was to happen to Ding. I think Xiao Guodong comfortably beats Matt Selt. Barry Hawkins versus Ding Junhui will be tight, but I think it will be Ding that will get the better of him this time round. And then it will be Xiao Guodong that beats Ding Junhui and progresses to the semi-final from this portion of the draw. Quarter number 2 next, and Mark Williams, Mark Selby, Zhang Anda and Kyron Wilson are the top seeds here. I think looking at the top section here, you've got Mark Williams will make it through to face Joe O'Connor in the last 32, and it'll be Joe O'Connor that beats Mark Williams, where I think he'll go on to set up a match against Mark Selby. I think obviously Mark Selby is going to beat Holt. Gilbert will get through against Tahir, and then Mark Selby will beat Gilbert. So it'll be Joe O'Connor versus Mark Selby in the round of 16. And I think it'll be Joe O'Connor that again upsets Mark Selby here. I keep banging the Joe O'Connor drum. I'll continue to do that until I see any dip in form. He was well beaten by Ronnie O'Sullivan last time out, but other than that, he's been playing fantastic for the last year and a half. I think the bottom part here, you've got Chung Bing-yu, fantastic last time out in Saudi Arabia. It was only a magical Ronnie O'Sullivan comeback that stopped him going further in the tournament. We've also got Zhang Anda there, struggling going out in early rounds, many tournaments. He needs to turn it on here. I think he'll meet Bing-yu, but I'm going to back Bing-yu to knock him out as well. I think it'll be P Fang and Kyron Wilson that come through their opening matches. It'll be Kyron Wilson that comes through when they eventually meet. So Kyron Wilson will knock out Bing-yu in the last 16, and that will set up a quarterfinal match against Joe O'Connor. I'm going to say Kyron Wilson will win it. It'll be a really close game, possibly 5-4, but it'll be Kyron Wilson that progresses from quarter number 2. Quarter number 3 next, and it's Judd Trump, Shaun Murphy, Neil Robertson and John Higgins are your top seeds in this one. I think looking up there, Judd Trump will comfortably come through his qualifying game and his first round match. and more than likely set up a match between his good friend Jack Lazowski. You've also got Murphy against Brown. Murphy will probably come through that one, as I'm going to back Gary Wilson to beat un-nooh as well, but I think Wilson will beat Murphy when they meet, and obviously Trump will beat Lazowski, and that will set up Trump versus Wilson, where I'm going to back Judd Trump to come through there. Bottom part of this, you've got Ford, I'm expecting to beat Pinney. Neil Robertson again will comfortably beat Rhiannon Evans. Then I think John Higgins, although he's struggling recently, he's got a very comfortable portion of the draw there, and I expect him to get through to face Neil Robertson, where he will go out quite comfortably. Neil Robertson, obviously fantastic last week, winning the Saudi Arabian Masters. World number 3 now, he'll be looking to move on with this one, and I think it will be Judd Trump that knocks out Neil Robertson in the quarterfinals, progressing from quarter number 3 to the semi-finals. And finally, quarter number 4, and this one is a little bit more messier. A lot of qualification matches and a lot of wild cards to be decided. Ronnie O'Sullivan's withdrawal obviously has added to that, so you're looking at Mark Allen, Ali Carter, and Zhao Xingtong and Sijia Wei is your top 4 contenders in this one. Just looking at the top portion there, I think Scott Donaldson will go through in his first round match after the qualifying game. You've also got Pang versus Thepchaiya un-nooh, and I'm going to say that un-nooh will win this one and cause a bit of an upset against the higher seeded Pang. Also got Mark Allen versus a wild card, and then he'll face Zach Soretti. I think he'll beat the wild card, but I actually think Soretti could knock him out there. Then you've got the same situation with Hossam Vafai. He'll come through the wild card, and I expect him to beat Ben Mertens as well. And then I think that's going to be un-nooh versus Vafai in the climax of this side of the quarter, and it'll be Hossam Vafai that makes it through to the quarterfinals there. And then in the bottom side, I think Carter will probably get through, Sijia Wei will get through, Stephen Maguire will beat Robbie Williams or the wild card, and Zhao Xingtong will win his qualifying game and beat Matthew Stevens. So I'm expecting it to be Sijia Wei versus Zhao Xingtong, and it'll be Zhao Xingtong that makes it through. And I think that Zhao Xingtong also beats Hossam Vafai in the quarterfinals and completes our semi-final lineup as the winner of quarter number 4. So just as a quick disclaimer, there is absolutely no way on earth that I am predicting all 4 semi-finalists, but let's just say hypothetically this is how it pans out. I'm going to say, just for fun here, that Kyron Wilson beats Xiao Guodong, Xingtong beats Trump, setting up a final of Kyron Wilson versus Zhao Xingtong, and it'll be Zhao Xingtong that comes away with the trophy, and he will be your 2025 Wuhan Open champion. So that was my prediction for the 2025 Wuhan Open. Please let us know in the comment section who you think will win the trophy, if you've agreed or disagreed with any of my picks. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we will catch you on the next video.